Today I want to do a full-blown test on Architect and specifically the ability where you're able to increase a skill cap when a guy levels up. That's that tier 3 ability. Last year I did a test on it and I didn't love it. This year, guess what? I also do not love it. Y'all will see in this video all year I've been saying I do not love Architect overall. I kind of avoid it, and I think it's going to show you why in this video. If you do enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe, check out the ebook, membership, all this information will be in there. And also, what do y'all want to see next, man? We just dropped the other test the other day. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all want to see next, and we will continue to test these coach abilities in these videos. So I want to preference this by saying we do not have the Architect on our head coach. We have it on our offensive coordinator, and with my testing, it really don't matter if it's your head coach, your offensive coordinator, or your defensive coordinator. The boost applies exactly the same. So for example, you have it on your offensive coordinator. The way I understand it, it's the same exact boost as if you had it on your head coach. And if you have it on your OC and your DC, okay, that boost doubles. So for example, we did the test for the mind reader ability and we had it on one of our coordinators and our head coach. It was a 30% chance if you had it on just one coach. Well, guess what? If you had it on two, it increased to 60. And that's how I believe it works in this game. So we have it on our head coach, or excuse me, on our offensive coordinator. And like I said, we're testing this tier 3 ability, limitless. Chance to increase a random skill cap when leveling up. It sounds like a pretty good ability, especially this year when skill caps are a little bit everywhere, just because instead of 20 is 10 for every single grouping. So accuracy is 20 marks that you could increase. So here we have 20 or 2 skill caps, but it's out of 20. Last year it was only out of 10. So therefore, having this Architect ability in theory, should be a little bit better. But we're going to do some testing, and like I said, I'll be honest, I don't love it. Just off some initial testing. So I simmed the whole year, and Nico gained a lot of skill points. He did not improve one skill cap, but we're going to do some testing throughout years. I think last year when I did this testing, if I remember right, we gained about 3 skill caps throughout the guy's whole entire career. 3 throughout 4 years of college football. That was from testing from last year. This year, we'll see what happens. So let's look here, man. So Nico is going to be, the best quarterback. He has 9 skill caps, but he's older. I don't want to use him whatsoever. Let's focus on Edwards, who is a freshman, and we're going to start him every single game. And also his, progression is going to be inflated because he's a quarterback. Quarterback gains the most amount of XP by far. You'll have quarterbacks go up in XP twice in one game. They'll fill up this bar under his name. They'll fill that up twice sometimes in one game and gain 2 XP, 3 XP if they have a good game. Other position groups really don't do that. So in theory, he has 19 skill caps to start off with. 19. So in theory, he should be getting an extra boost, extra opportunity because he's going to be leveling up more compared to another position group to increase his skill caps over maybe an old lineman who's not getting that much XP. So what we're going to do here is we're going to sim the year. We're going to make Edwards the starter, and I'm going to force the win. He's a, red shirt freshman. I forced the win for every single game, and he's going to be the starter. And at the end of the year, we're just going to track. We're going to see how many skill caps he unlocked, if any, if any. And make sure he's the starter here. And y'all already seen we had the coach ability on our offensive coordinator. And let's just sim to the end of the year and see how many skill points he get, like I said, if any. So we have simmed this first season. We went 12-0 as we, forced the win for every single game. And our guy was the starting quarterback. And he balled out. He has gained 19 skill points. 19 skill points, solid season, nothing too crazy. But what that tells me is he leveled up 19 times. I believe every single time they level up, that bar under his name fills up. I believe they get 1 skill point. I believe. It might be a chance they get 2. I don't know. I believe they get 1 from my understanding. Y'all let me know if y'all think different. So the way I understand this, he leveled up 19 times. He did not get 1 skill cap increase, okay? Which is fine. He did not get 1. 19 times he leveled up. And the way I understand it, you could look at the, earlier in the video when I showed the skill caps, or you could believe me. He did not level up or gain one additional skill cap. He's still at 19 after leveling up 19 times. That's the reality of it. But let's advance to training results, man. Let's make sure he don't transfer out, and all I do to make sure these guys don't transfer out is I just turn the transfer portal setting off just to make sure these guys don't leave. So let's go ahead and advance to training results. And maybe with training results, when they get a bunch of XP all at one time, then maybe he will see some extra skill points going up. And maybe that's the method. You got to wait into training results, because in-season progression is not getting it done. And getting 19 skill points in one season, that is very good. But like I said, only a quarterback is getting that much. A O-lineman, definitely not. Definitely not, man. But let's see what happens. Advancing to training results. And Nico's still here. He didn't leave early, even though he's a 93 overall. He's still here. And Edward is also still here, who, got impact development. He gained 63 skill points. He's up to 63 now at the training results. He hasn't moved. He has not moved. He's still at the same exact 19 skill caps. Unless I'm tripping. Please count on your own. He is still at that same exact 19. Let me come back over here and just make sure we have the same head coach, man. Offensive coordinator. Maybe he left. No, he's right there with the coach ability for the quarterbacks, doing an architect, that tier 3 ability. And let's also look to see. So it's going to be interesting because Nico actually did receive one additional skill cap. So he went from 9 down to 8. So he has lost one in elusiveness. And I actually have the screenshot of before the season. And you'll see here he has 4 in elusiveness. And now he only has 3. So Nico, a backup quarterback, actually did gain 1 increase, but not Edwards. Let's just auto progress everyone, and let's just get into the next season. Now let's sim another year to see if Edward can now if he could even get any skill caps to increase at all. See if it's even possible. But it's not looking all that good, honestly, when it comes to these guys actually increasing them skill caps. It's not looking good. Sim another season. We went 12-0 once again. Our guy was a starter. And once again, I'm not going to waste your time. He gained no skill points or no skill caps removed. That's probably the proper way to say it. No skill caps have been removed yet from Edward. And he gained another 19 skill points during the regular season. And like I said, that makes me believe he leveled up 19 times. And yeah, he didn't remove any. And none of our backup quarterbacks, Nico or JJ. JJ also has 17 skill caps. I'll show y'all also for reference. He has 17, just so y'all able to see it. And then y'all know Nico has 8 because he got 1 removed. Now, what I want to do here is force our win against, Michigan and make sure we win this Big Ten championship. And the significance with that is actually now we're able to kind of test the that tier 4 ability of Architect, and we'll go look at it. We haven't really covered it yet in this video because I feel like it's a little bit too niche. That is so niche that for me, I think it should work every single time. So put a ring on it is what it's called. Chance to increase best skill cap when a conference or national title. So winning this conference title, in theory, we should definitely get at least one of these guys, one of these quarterbacks to increase their best skill cap is the way they worded that. So I don't know what best mean. Best, worst, I really don't know what best mean. I'm assuming best really means their worst skill cap. So whatever section, whatever, part of their game is the most limited should be unlocked now. So we win the Big Ten Conference title. Now let's go look at our players to see if any of them pretty much unlocked anything. And it should really tell you, man. They add the feature where if you get an increase in development trait, it'll show you. They also add the feature if you auto progress and they auto progress a physical ability, it'll be like an arrow pointing up, so it'll tell you. Why don't we have that for this? We should. So Edward gained 3 skill points during that week. So looking through all the quarterbacks, Nico, after winning the conference title, Nico unlocked another skill cap. So far in this whole entire video, only our best quarterback, who's not even our starter, has unlocked skill cap. So he started at 9, he went to 8 last season, and now he's at 7 after we won the conference championship. But Edward hasn't unlocked anything. He is still at his 19 that he started off with, and then JJ is also still at his 17 that he started with, and yeah, he's still at his 17. Let's go ahead, advance to training results. Obviously, Nico is going to move on and go to the NFL, but our other two quarterbacks, we could see if they get any more skill caps unlocked with this following training results. So Edward is the only quarterback left. JJ must have been a senior. I must ain't noticed, because Edward's the only quarterback on roster when we hit training results. So let's look at Edward to see what happens. He is at the same exact. I counted 3 times. I'm bugging. I gotta be bugging. I counted 3 times. He is at the same exact spot, man. The same exact spot. When he was a 71 overall redshirt freshman, the same exact spots when it comes to skill caps. I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna lie. I do not know what's going on. Let's go ahead and auto progress our team. And he's up to an 84 overall. I don't know what's going on. Do we have the same offensive coordinator? He is still here. Offensive coordinator has not left. He's continuing to upgrade in architect. Please don't focus on anything else because motivator, tactician, something else would be much better probably at this point than architect. Let's advance another season and see if our guy could finally unlock a skill cap after starting for 2 years, winning a conference championship. This is crazy. Another year of going 12-0 with our quarterback. He has finally unlocked one skill cap in maybe the most useless category. Maybe the most useless category. Health, injury, and stamina. That is nasty work. I ain't gonna lie. That is nasty, nasty work. Here is the comparison to when he was a freshman. He has 4 in health his freshman year, and now he has 3. Nasty, nasty work. What we're gonna do again is we're gonna force the win for this conference title game, just so maybe we'll get another skill cap unlock. We'll see. We won the conference title 2 times, and let's see if we get any for Edward, our quarterback. So let's go ahead and advance. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I don't like this category. I don't think it's worth it. I said this last year. I did this test last year, and it really feels like they didn't change all that much from architect this year to last year. With the increase to every single category going from 10 to 20 now, I feel like they should have made architect twice as good, if that makes sense. They should have made it twice as good, but they didn't. Now, I feel like it's the exact same, man. Just to show you, our offensive coordinator is still here with the architect on, our quarterbacks, all of that. And let's come in here and look at Edward to see if he got another skill cap. Answer to your question, no, he did not. Nope, did not get another skill cap for winning another conference title. Let's advance to his last training results, as he will be a senior. Training results. His senior year. I feel like there's no point for me to advance past this point, because even if he do unlock another skill cap during the season, which is super rare to happen, it's over. I mean, GG's. He ain't getting much better than this. It's his senior year training results. He's not getting that much XP in season. He did not get another skill cap. So 4 seasons, pretty much. 4 sims, 4 cycles, whatever. One skill cap unlocked in the most useless category out of everything for at least this quarterback, for the quarterbacks. That's horrible. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's bad. That is bad. And it's still gonna be some people that love architect. I get it. It is some useful stuff in here. The tier 2 ability, quarterbacks earn additional XP for end game goals. That is a good ability. Quarterbacks earn additional, or XP bonus is the verbiage they use, for every 3 game win streak, also pretty darn useful. That probably contribute to, our quarterbacks getting all that extra XP in season. And every season he got 19, and then that last season he got 22 when I'm talking about in season progression, and it was pretty good. So that feature of Architect is useful. Tier 3, Tier 4, I'm avoiding at all costs. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm avoiding it. I'm probably avoiding this whole entire archetype system. I'm probably avoiding the whole thing, honestly. If I want to, better progression, I'm going the talent developer route. The one thing that's good, Architect is a little bit easier to unlock. Win 4 rivalry games, it's probably a little bit easier than having 2 players drafted in the first round. But I probably would go the talent developer route or even a master motivator route. Y'all let me know your thoughts, man. Am I tripping? But yeah, I'm not going with this archetype personally. If y'all enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Maybe y'all want to see talent developer or master motivator or whatever. Just let me know and I'll work on it. Check out the ebook /membership. It might already be in there, but we on to the next one.